Hello everybody, and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are getting very, very close here to taking out the Never-Eaten Arbitrators. I don't think we want to attack with the force that we have here. I would like more time to build up this force. There is this dimensional fleet here, so if they attack into us, they will fight us initially. So they'll fight this force, and then these guys up here will eventually fight. But we should definitely point out here, this is going to be a tough fight no matter what. That's for sure. So I did notice that the price of alloys is reasonably low right now. I'm going to sell off some Zero here and some dark matter, and we're going to buy in some alloys. I'm going to then sell some food, and I'm going to sell some consumer goods, and we're going to buy in another chunk of alloys here. So that's 5,000 alloys that we can put into our fleets. So the Tsunami fleet is at this point at full strength, although it is going to take a while for that Titan to get here. And the Tidal Wave is building, actually it's through its corvettes and is building destroyers at this point. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the reinforce fleet button, and that's going to be a bunch of destroyers queued up. So that's fine for now. And the question is, are these guys sitting here? Or are they moving? They're bombarding. Okay, right. We're on a clock. Okay. So, with that in mind, I'm going to run a little math here. So, real quick, and this is not... This is just a quick, rule of... back of the envelope calculation, right? That's what this is going to be. This is not necessarily going to tell us, but 45,771 plus 71,027... plus 80,172 plus 102,909 plus 87,682. That alone is about 400k. And then we add in the 264,265 from the dimensional fleet. That puts us at 651,826, which means that technically what we have here is slightly stronger than what they have. That said, that doesn't tell the whole story. Because we need to keep in mind what type of weaponry they have, their armor and shield hardening. We need to keep in mind things like their balance between armor and shield compared to the type of weaponry we have and how that compares. So there's all of that, right? That's a lot of things to factor in, and for the moment, I think we can probably withstand this bombardment for a little while. Yeah, we're going to lose some armies here, but that's not the end of the world. Okay. Let's put in a general here. There we go. And that'll be fine for the moment. We'll just need to keep an eye on this. And yeah, we're going to lose this army very shortly. But I would love to see more reinforcements stream in over here before we do too much else. So the tidal wave needs to be reinforced, and we can definitely do that. That is going to be probably a few more destroyers. We're probably pretty close to done with our destroyer production at this point for the tidal wave. So that would be good. And the fact that we control Meneth is a very, very big deal at this point. Glois does have a shipyard built in it now, though. So that is absolutely understood. We could try this and roll the dice. That said, I'm noticing that we don't have full shields here. That's interesting. Why don't we have full shields? It feels like we should. It is specifically these corvettes. I'm wondering if this is because of the needs upgrade thing, and because they have mixed types. That's a possibility. Yeah, I think that's a distinct possibility. So let's continue to reinforce the tidal wave here. There we go. That'll be a few more destroyers, of course. And reinforcements are going to be slowly piling in over here. So let's check in on Glois and see what we've got going on there. 2635. Okay. So they have a couple of potential advantages here. The Sin Masticators, huh? We just met them? I think we knew about them, but sure. So they have a few advantages here. Advantage 1, this station. This station is not particularly powerful, but it can distract our forces from fighting their ships, and they can come over and hit the station. 2, the same story for this transport ship. The transport fleet here could potentially cause some problems for us. It's not going to be a hugely significant issue, but it definitely could be an issue. So my question is, when are we going to have fleets coming in here? So the answer is they're going to be returning in about 2 months. We're going to see some of these reinforcements start to show up. Now, we've attacked down in Nolyan, and I'm wondering if these guys are going to respond to that. The state of Noatop no longer exists. Okay, they're definitely moving. I think they're responding to this attack. And Meneth is now fully under our control. Or the Hyran Pious Nation, but close enough. Okay, they're definitely going to Nolyan. Beautiful. This is really good. So they're going to fight these forces here, right? And they're going to win, for sure. But it'll cause a little damage to them, and more importantly, it's going to take them away from Glois, which is a very big deal. We're going to wait for them to jump, and now we're going to go through. Beautiful. So we're going to get this under our control, and that'll be fine. The Dimensional Fleet is going to lag a little bit behind. I want to grab the Dimensional Fleet here, and I want to tell them they are heading directly down here to the jump point. Okay, the rest of our forces are going to take out this fleet and this station. And we can see these guys here. They are going to fight these forces, and they're going to win. With any luck, these guys will do a little damage, though. That would be ideal. So we'll see how that ends up going while we take out Glois. Excellent. So their army goes away. And now their station will very shortly. Beautiful. So that looks fine. So at this point, we didn't take any damage either. We're going to group all of our forces up over at Nolyan. And we're going to prepare to attack them once more. So we're going to continue to work on... Are we still working on destroyers here? Surprisingly, yes. Okay, we just finished upgrading the Sentry Spire. We don't want to put alloys into that right now, though, so this is understood. Okay. So we have some reinforcements coming in over here, and we can see that they are down to about 500,000 there. They actually lost a pretty decent chunk, which means that we should attack before they can replenish any of it, but they can't replenish because they don't have any shipyards. They are repairing right now, but they're down to 500k. Let's get everybody grouped up over here. And then we're going to head in. We would like to send in the Dimensional Fleet first. So I'm going to send the Dimensional Fleet right now. Everyone else is going to follow once the Dimensional Fleet enters hyperspace. Okay, the Dimensional Fleet is in hyperspace now, and I want everyone else to follow. I also want to continue to reinforce the tidal wave. So that's going to finally be a cruiser? Okay, sure. Wonderful. So the Dimensional Fleet is engaging first, and then everyone else is joining after. Here we go. We want the Dimensional Fleet to take the brunt of the damage here. Let's see how this goes. We're definitely hurting them a lot. No doubt about that. We're kind of rushing their backline, which is good. That's for sure. But I don't know. This is going spicily. Very, very spicily. We kind of need to pull out at this point. Okay. Yeah, I think we got to pull out. But we did a lot of damage to them. That's important. Okay, so we're out of there. That was a lot of damage dealt. That was roughly a third of their fleet power. We're having a really hard time dealing with this fleet, though. So that is understood. So we pull out of there, and we are, of course, going to be seeing these guys coming back fairly soon. I want to be up here. There we go.
Battle
We're going to see these guys coming back fairly soon. Ah. They jumped up and attacked our army. That's unfortunate. Well, it's not the end of the world. It's just an army. So we have one of our forces back in Meneth at this point. And we can definitely have that go repair. And this fleet, it took a lot of damage. No doubt about that. Let's begin reinforcement of that. And we're going to see these guys returning fairly soon. The question is, are they going to go up and attack Meneth? We'll see. They're currently being held here. So yeah, they eliminated our army, which isn't shocking. That's fine. Deeply, deeply unconcerned about that one. It's just, we need to eliminate this fleet, right? And we've done a fair amount of damage to it. Why? We have some forces ending up here. Okay, that's unfortunate. I'm not sure where the tsunami fleet is going to end up being, but I want these guys to jump drive to Papagia. And I'm going to move to Papagia ourselves up here. Okay. So yeah, we're really struggling to deal with this fleet, and I'm betting it has to do with their weapon types. They're using Strikecraft, which our point defense should be pretty decent against. And then they've got these Gauss cannons, and also Giga cannons. Rank 2 Giga cannons is definitely painful. Do we have those yet? Yeah, we've got rank 2 Giga cannons. However, what we really lack here is the dark matter deflectors and the neutronium armor. That's the real issue at this point. Okay, so we're pulling everyone back to Papagia, and where's that tsunami fleet at? It's going to return in a few more months. Okay, so that's going to take extra time. So I want all of these guys up in Papagia here to be heading to repair, right? That's the idea. All of you guys should be coming into repair. There you go. Cool. So now we've got the Raging Sea here, which I'm going to merge into the Tidal Fleet. That'll be fine. And we've got the Wave Breaker, which I'm going to merge into the Black Tide. Excellent. So they went back to Nullion, huh? Okay, well, they did lose about 100,000 overall in that engagement. It was not ideal under any circumstances, but they did lose a fair amount, and they can't really replenish very well. Nowhere near what we can replenish. So that is looking good. So the Tsunami Fleet, we can't build from yet because we're waiting for that to come back. But the Tidal Wave, we can absolutely continue to work on. So we will do that. But yeah, we're really struggling against this fleet. Once this goes down, though, we're going to have access to the dark matter at that point, and that would be wonderful. I wonder what's in Meneth. What's in this debris? Dark matter deflectors and dark matter reactor. Go get it. Do it right now. Okay, so that'll be wonderful. And we also are really, really interested in getting the dark matter arm, or rather not dark matter armor. What do they call it? Okay, these guys are running neutronium armor, actually. Noted. Okay, we're working on dark matter thrusters right now. We'll get there. So they're back in Glois at this point, and we are licking our wounds. It's fine. We're going to continue to reinforce our fleet here. We're going to run out of volatile motes eventually. We should probably turn off our battle edicts for the moment because we're not going to go to battle for a while. And we'll turn off astral shielding anyway. There we go. All of these get turned off. Perfect. So that'll do for now. It's going to take us a while to get this all built back up. And we do need alloys for that. The price is low, so let's buy in at least 5,000 alloys. And the Tsunami Fleet is not yet back. It should be very, very soon. Right now, in fact. Where are you at, Tsunami Fleet? You retreated to Radar Central? Okay, that's fine. Head over to Papagia, and we're going to reinforce this fleet. We should definitely be done with the corvettes here. We're working on destroyers, and there's that Titan still being built, of course. Okay, so that should be pretty close to all of our destroyers queued up. Yeah, we're working on cruisers now. Beautiful. So that looks good. We have a bunch of these fleets getting repaired, but we're going to need to continue to reinforce these for quite a long time. Understood. This fleet here, though, it's down to 350k now. I don't think it battled, so I'm not sure where that extra 50k went. But sure, we'll happily take that.
Research complete.
So the Dimensional Fleet is definitely a lot weaker than it was. It took huge amounts of damage from these guys. And that's because the Dimensional Fleet runs entirely off of shields. And these guys, they're running very heavy on cannons. So 50% shield damage, 50% shield damage. These do reduced shield damage, but... And these guys do shield penetration. So this is very, very well set up to take on the Dimensional Fleet. That is understood. Okay, focusing arrays have finished. We should definitely start working on the dark matter deflectors. That is our mission right now. Excellent. So we're going to want to get access to all of that. That will drastically improve our ships, but for the moment, we're going to continue pumping out the ships here. So this is going to be 8 out of the 10 cruisers for the Tsunami Fleet. Understood. Okay, how's that price on alloys? It's a little up there, but it's really not too bad. I'm going to buy in 2,500 here. There we go. And we'll continue to reinforce the Tsunami Fleet. So that's going to be all of our cruisers now and our remaining battleships. So this is actually at full strength. Beautiful. So now we can start reinforcing, once again, the tidal wave. So we're putting a cruiser in here. Okay. We must already have our corvette and destroyer on the way. Looks good. So looking at these guys again, they're at 350k. Noted. And the Tsunami Fleet has arrived at Papagia. It still needs to get its repairs done. So that is absolutely understood. That will take a little while. Okay, we established a colony here. We should definitely work on that. We've been kind of ignoring our civilian work for the moment because we've been focused very heavily out over here. And I do want to take a little bit and go through this quick. What do we got going on here? Because we know this is going to be a little while here. So Koshab Secundus, we can upgrade our planetary capital on. Looks great. What else do we have going on here? Not a whole lot there, but the Crafty Cuttlefish is done in Eolum. I'm guessing we're actually full on done here? Yes. Okay, let's head down to here, and I want to build a Habitat Central Complex. Now that does cost alloys, but that'll be fine. Same story in Rontor? Same story in Rontor. So we're going to head up to Moscot then, and we're going to look to build a Habitat Central Complex here. We'll have to wait till the month tick because we need alloys. The price was low, but then somebody bought, and the price is no longer low. So that's understood. We're going to move up to Moscot for now and just enter orbit here, and we're waiting for that month tick. Okay. So now we can build our Habitat Central Complex, and that should be good. Checking in down here, we shouldn't see anything too major in the orbital rings, although we are starting to get to the point where we might see a couple of upgrades here and there for those. So that'll be fine. The Tsunami Fleet is repaired at this point. That's very good. But we need to continue to reinforce this, of course. So next up is going to be continuing to work on the tidal wave. Why did this just select the first deep fleet? Okay, let's put that into the White Crush. I have no idea where that came from or why it selected it when I clicked the button to reinforce here, but sure. It did take the cruiser, so we're building 2 cruisers here. Looks fine. We can build roughly 1 cruiser per month in terms of resources coming in, so that is not too bad. We're going to be lacking the Titan here, of course, and I'd like to get more alloys. We'll keep an eye on the pricing. I'm going to sell off some food, some consumer goods, some zero, and then that'll be fine. I kind of don't want to sell more dark matter at this moment. Okay, so these guys are back up to 400,000. Noted. They're probably building out of this shipyard. So that's now fully controlled by them again. Understood. They might look to attack Meneth next. For now, they're just sitting here. I'm completely fine with that. So we've got 92% on this debris. That'll be okay.
Salvage preserved.
Excellent. So that's now done. I'm going to pull back our science ship to have it be a little bit less exposed. And that is going to get us 10% progress in dark matter deflectors and dark matter power. So that's excellent. Unfortunately for us, these guys run neutronium armor. And are these guys running... They're also running neutronium. Right. We need the dragon hide armor, don't we? Which is supposed to have come from this, if I recall correctly. But maybe we never got it. At any rate, that would be fine. We could replace that with ancient pulse armor. So we could run like dark matter deflectors and ancient pulse armor. There they go, attacking Meneth. Okay, what is the strength of this station? 25k. I do not believe that we are in a position to contest this. So with that in mind, we're going to need to reinforce this fleet with a couple more cruisers. And I'm thinking we come around this direction and attack Nolyan.
Fleeing aggressors.
You were already supposed to be fleeing aggressors, so yeah, that's fine.
Science ship taking damage.
No, run away. You're supposed to run away. You're just sitting here. Right at the hyper relay. Okay, it exited. Good. So that's fine for now. They're going to get access to this shipyard again, but we gotta flee. We cannot take this on. There's no way. So for the time being, this is fine. Checking in down at the Never-Eaten Arbitrators, this is okay for the moment as well. Cool. So we're going to run away, and we'll get out of there eventually. This guy is going to need a trait, and we are going to go with ship weapons damage. That'll be fine. The Dimensional Fleet doesn't have a leader, and that is to be expected. So that's fine for right now.
New frontiers established.
So I want to continue to reinforce the tidal wave here. That'll be a cruiser and a battleship. Sure. We're making progress on that. And you're still going to Katara, right? Yes, you are. Beautiful. Okay, so we established Task Zebedor Prime. That is going to be needing a gene clinic and a habitation district. For now, that looks good, and I want to change our angle there. There we go. Cool. What's the price on alloys right now? 3.61, that's quite low. Okay, so I'm going to sell off some Zero here. I just bought that. I'm going to sell some Zero here, and we're going to buy more alloys. There we go. I also want to sell some minerals and some food. And the price is now high, so let's see if that comes back down.
New frontiers established.
Excellent. So we're heading into Nolyan at this point, and that's going to go poorly for them. The price did come down somewhat. Let's sell some consumer goods here.
Battling aggressor station.
And I'd love to see that price come down further. On the month tick, we'll be able to buy this, as is.
Handshake protocols
Okay, not anymore.
activated.
Cool. So we just founded this colony. Let's put in a gene clinic and a habitation district. And our forces are not entirely arrived back at Nolyan yet. So that's understood. I want all of these guys to group up at Glois. They'll get there, rather at the jump point to Glois. They'll get there soon enough. The Dimensional Fleet is lagging behind as per usual. Okay, so Nolyan is back under our control. I'm hoping that these guys actually would take this over. That would be ideal. Also, I'm going to jump drive us down to Nolyan with our science ship, and we're going to research the projects in this system. Beautiful. So we're going to get that under control. These guys are up to 410. Noted. Okay, we will continue to reinforce the tidal wave. That is all of our battleships built at this point. We just need enough to reinforce the Titan, which is going to be happening next month tick. So that looks good. So we're just waiting for the Dimensional Fleet to very slowly make its way over. And then we're going to grab these traces of debris here. That'll be big, big boosts for when we can get dark matter deflectors. So that will be phenomenal for us to get those. Dark matter deflectors are a big deal. Okay. So now the question is, are these guys going to be heading back to Glois? As of right now, they're just chilling. Okay. They're bombarding up there. Seems good to me. So we're going to continue to reinforce the tidal wave, although we don't quite have enough alloys. Price is fine, though, so we're going to buy a few. That looks good. Now we can get this Titan constructing. So this Titan is 140 days away, and we can start working on the Deluge. So that is, there we go, a bunch of Corvettes on their way. Cool. So now we have all of these ships grouped up. And the question is, do we want to go up and attack Glois? The answer is kinda yeah. We kinda do. So we're going to do that. I want to put in a trait pick here. Ship weapons range and combat disengagement chance. Sure, that seems pretty decent. So we're going to head up to Glois, and I'm betting that they're going to respond to this.
Battle commenced.
There they go. They waited for the battle to actually engage. Gotcha. Well, that's fine. We're going to have a hard time here because we need to get out now. So the question is, oh, we're after that colony ship? Okay. That's fine, I guess. This is kind of the direction we want to be heading. Okay, the colony ship is down. Head to the hyper relay. I don't know if the dimensional fleet can get there in time. That's the question right now. Can the dimensional fleet get there? If it can't, that's not the end of the world. We don't have to pay to replenish the where are you guys going? Get up here. Do not head back this direction. Okay. So I'm betting that they're still coming for us here. They are. They are on their way. I think we can get out, though. I think it'll be fine. Just watching for them appearing up here. And we just got the dark matter progress down here in Noyan. That's very good. They are on their way now. So let's grab these guys and tell them to go through the hyper relay. And I want them to go to Noyan. Get out of there. The dimensional fleet is probably going to get caught. Because this is going to turn when they take this. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Why aren't you going through? Where are you going? Why are you attacking here? I told you to exit through the hyper relay to Galpin. Or actually not to Galpin, to Noyan. They are not doing it. They are refusing. Just go to Noyan. Okay, apparently telling them to go through the hyper relay doesn't work. Wild stuff. Well, we are, in theory, leaving. Let's see if we get out. Most of us have gotten out at this point. Just waiting on the dimensional fleet. And it got out. Just as it turned over. Beautiful. That was excellent timing. So now what I want to do is I want to... Well, the question is, are they going to immediately come and attack down here? Wait, they're down to 352k again. This must be edicts that they're doing. They're now leaving here and they're going back up to Meneth. That's great. We're very happy about that. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue reinforcing these fleets. And we're going to continue to bulk up our ship power. And we're going to go after these soon. Very soon. We're just not quite ready to fully take them on. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.